Alam mo, itong foot soldiers, mga army in numbers, has become totally irrelevant, taking into account the present realities of our times. Kung magkagera man, it would not be fought on a land or navy, in the ships, the gray ships in the oceans, but rather missile to missile yan. And pagka ganun ang mangyari, itong mga weapons dito sa baba would become meaningless. Yung mga tanke, yung mga whatever armor that you have on the ground, pagka doon sa itaas, tatamaan na, and it becomes nuclear war, then wala nang silbi yung army o navy. Because ang tatamaan yan is nation to nation. And kung magtanong ka we will be in jeopardy of being a part of that confrontation, a bloody one, and maybe to end the wars of all the wars worldwide, will be the last, maybe, because pagka pumutok ang bomba with nuclear warheads aplenty against America and against China, talagang mapupulpog itong. There's no reason for even to say that it would be pleasant to exist by that time. I hope and I pray na hindi dadating yung panahon na yan. Kasi pagka dumating, wala na tayong pinag-usapan, ika nga. So itong ngayon, what is our danger? Pagka nuclear, the United States of America and China, maybe they would be the main targets. But if we are fighting a war, and maybe be destroying the territories or the allies nearby, ang Pilipinas tatamaan talaga because of the presence of military forces of the United States. Dala-dala na kasi nila yung mga armas nila. And what is really sad is that it started with the Philippines granting America military bases. Originally, it was thought to be only 2 or 3 or 4. Then it became 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as we are told, the bases has numbered or blossomed into about 17. So what is the implication? What is the consequence of this? Of course, ang America would also bring in nuclear warheads. By this time, we are not sure of the presence of nuclear armaments. Our Constitution prohibits the use of nuclear arms and even the presence of these deadly weapons in our country. Ang Constitution natin nagbabawal po yan. So, even as we cannot go nuclear in the sense that we disapprove by the Constitution mandate na ang Pilipinas hindi dapat. But I said, by granting America several bases, we can be sure, and I am sure, as the sun will rise in the east, na itong mga nuclear bases which has increased now to 17 will have nuclear warheads. Might be limited in the sense that it is targeted against the Chinese forces in front of the Philippines, and easily, aside from the other military bases of China near the Philippines, dito sa South China Sea, the Chinese built a garrison, and baski anong we've always met a deafening silence na neither confirming or affirming. Ganon rin ang Amerika. But the next war or wars will be fought mainly using nuclear warheads. And hindi natin alam, because of the EDCA, na pumapasok na sila dito ngayon, there is no accounting of the weapons in the hands of the Americans to use against China if war breaks out. But we can be sure, and it would be stupid for us to be so naive to think na wala. Meron yan. Kasi ang target niyan ang China, which is a nuclear country, at ang gagamitin ng Amerikano, nuclear rin. So, anong unang tatamaan sa Amerika? Ang China. And the military bases of China facing dito sa Philippines. And what would be the consequence? But the consequence is that the Chinese would also retaliate with nuclear arms at babagsak dito rin sa Pilipinas. Na ngayon, sinasabi ko sa noon, without just referring to anybody in our government, this is just an open discussion so the people would know na pag nagkagera na, itong mga base militar na ito, tatamaan talaga ito. And the Chinese would use the conventional explosives, yung mga bomba. But to be sure that they will win the war, they would also send nuclear bombs, missiles, targeting the military bases numbering 17. Ang problema nito, yung 17 na yan, has included Cagayan de Oro sa Mindanao and Zamboanga. Those are the proposed sites, if not already declared sites of the American bases. So, ang unang tatamaan yan, yung may mga base militar. Huwag na natin pakialaman yung iba. Guam, Marianes, Hawaii. Ganon rin. Aabotan yung missiles ng China. And even the mainland China. And the mainland China would also be a target of the Americans and the Western nations. But the nearest really is yung kalaban is China and America. America has an extension. Ang China wala. Mainland China lang talaga yan. But America is so far away and yet have so many bases along the way. Going to China, we have to contend with the Hawaii military bases. Guam, which is a huge military installation, then the Marianas Island and the Philippines. Philippines is just beside China. Kaya nga, kung dadating ang panahon na talagang magkagera, uunahin ng China itong mga American bases. Where are the American bases? They are here in the Philippines. So sa sino tatamaan? Yung American bases, including the Philippines. And nuclear. So sasabog ito, ng sasabog, dadama ito ng lahat. Ang masakit dito is to realize that even Mindanao has been included by the Americans to have itong mga bases nila. So, Zamboanga, tatamaan rin yan. At apart yun, the whole of the archipelago. And that would include some mga Moro places, including Hulo, Sulu, lahat na, pati Sabah siguro. Yun ang problema.